All right, what's up, y'all? Doubling up on Reaction Friday, just like last week. Might even be tripling up and doing a third video. I'm not sure. I might. But this is another video from Frequency 140, F140 if you type it in. I leave the name in the description. Continuing doing reaction videos to my favorite content creators, favorite videos, and all that. But this is his Halloween franchise tier list ranking. So I did one on mine, but I don't really know what to do with this franchise. I could probably tell you which ones are low, but once it gets up past those bottom two or three, I have no idea, like top 10 wise. I just don't know. I did like a short video of my ranking, but I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop in this video, check out what he got ranked. I watched it a while back, but I don't remember where he ranked everything. So let's go ahead and check it out. Hit that like button for theirs and for mine. So let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to F140 Movies. And as you know, Sean and I are going to the big three. That means Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. And we're doing it in a tier list on our own. And then at the end of the week, we're actually going to have a discussion about each franchise in depth and see where we kind of, agree on and disagree on and why. So please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any content. And today's tier list is Halloween, something near and dear to me. And I got it ranked up into 5 different categories. One being the blackest eyes, devil's eyes. 2 being everyone's entitled to one good scare, which means it's still pretty good. He can't even drive, is middle of the road. You pulled them, haven't you, Michael? And that's where pretty much we're getting to the bottom. And then where's my beer? Because there are some in this franchise that you will not be able to finish without drinking something. So let's get to it. Yeah. First off, we got the 1978 classic Halloween, and my personal favorite horror movie of all time. It introduces to, and again, my personal opinion, the greatest serial killer or slasher in movie history, in Michael Myers. And you know where this is going. I mean, it's going in the blackest eyes of devil's eyes. It is a bona fide 10 out of 10 classic. It might be the most important slasher movie of all time. There's just not much else that needs to be said about this movie that already hasn't been said. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, please. I'm begging you. All right, so there goes the Halloween 2. And now this one.
Yeah, number one it's definitely up there. I'm not that big on one as much as most people are, but it would be in the top though, that's for sure. It's tough after a few of them, man. It's hard for me. Well, let's get back to it.
I like it a lot. I think it's a solid sequel. It actually feels more like a companion piece. It picks up immediately where John Carpenter's film leaves off. And it actually feels tonally like a John Carpenter film, even though it wasn't shot by him. It was actually shot by Rick Rosenthal, who will show up later on this list, unfortunately. But I guess the only thing I could gripe about this film, I didn't really like Dick Warlock's performance as Michael. It was like really super stiff. And I feel like he was kind of maybe trying too hard to mimic Nick Castle's performance in the first film as Michael. And that kind of, I don't know. It doesn't ruin the movie, but every time I rewatch it, I'm just like, why is he walking around so stiff? As far as his knife out like this. I guess it just never made much sense to me. But on the better notes, Jamie Lee is back. Donna Pleasance is awesome in this. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill wrote the script for this one. It's pretty solid. The ending's great. I like the hospital setting. I thought that was a pretty cool idea because, I mean, where else would you go after a night like that in the first one? And yeah, I mean, this is a super solid sequel, man. I'd highly recommend it. This one's going into everyone is entitled to one good scare. Now, Halloween 3.
Yeah, number 2 for me, I think I ranked that one pretty low. Only because it was really slow. You know, it's his ranking. He can do whatever he wants with it, just like everyone else. It's just slow for me. That's probably why. There's certain things I did like when the kid got ran over, dressed up as Michael Myers. I think he got hit by the ambulance, was it? Yeah, that was interesting, but it was just real slow for me. Almost put me to sleep like every time I try to rewatch it. It's not bad. I just think it's just too slow for me. But anyways, on to number 3.
All right. This movie's gotten a lot of support like over the past years, and like there's a lot of goodwill towards it. And I'm gonna let you in on something. I ain't one of those guys. This movie is still a disaster to me. It'll always be a disaster because it is a fucking disaster. Like, I don't know what is going on in this movie. I don't know what you see in it. Please, in the comment section below, tell me why you like this movie. Maybe you can convince me. I don't know, but I doubt it. Because here's why. It's not because Michael's not in it. So you can put your pitchforks down for a second, okay? I'm sick of people saying that shit too. All right, so I you got an evil toy maker who makes a bunch of masks that might, try to control a bunch of kids or just kill them. I don't know. There's some ancient evil that has something to do with Stonehenge for some reason. Some weird dudes in suits walking around. I don't know what's going on in this movie. I just don't. And I've tried to like it. I want to like it. The box art's cool. Some of the imagery's cool. It's very well shot. I like some of the music, minus that Silver Shamrock shit that John Carpenter made, man. Like, and I know. Before you get mad, I know it's supposed to be irritating. Well, John, good job. It's irritating, but overall, this movie's going into you fooled them, have you, Michael? Because at least I can give it some originality because I know that's what John Carpenter originally wanted to do. He didn't want to continue the Michael Myers story, so I can at least give it a little bit of credit for that, for just being wildly different. But at the end of the day, it's too different for its own good. And that brings us to one.
Yeah, that one I think I ranked pretty low on mine. I thought it was creative, but I don't remember it all that well. I remember the 8 more days till Halloween, all that little theme song. What else do I remember? Robots with green goo in them. Um, I think that one girl that was with the dude, I forgot his name, but I think she was a robot. I don't know. I just remember her laying there dead on the side of the road or something, and some tight pants. Dead robot girl had a big booty. I don't know what to say about it. But anyway, I agree that one is definitely low. It's probably better than some of. Mm. Anyways, on to number four.
They would bring Michael back in the next one. So we got Halloween 4, and quite possibly the worst mask of all time in any
Mm.
of this franchise. I mean, I'm going to pop it up right here. Look at this shit.
Damn.
What? What? Like, who did this? Like, the freaking mask on the front of the cover, like right here, man, is better looking than this crap.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you can't tell me that the director, whoever it was, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but whoever you are out there, like, you can't tell me you couldn't have got a little extra money from the studios for some props guy to go up to, I don't know, some mask maker and be like, hey, can you make the mask that's on the front of this, like the first one? And then you see this piece of shit, and you're like, oh, okay, that'll work.
Yeah, that was
And it
pretty
looks
bad.
like Michael's mask is melted. It's like one of the, if you could buy like a little candle of them or something, like at Target or something on during Halloween season, and you just left it on for like 3 days. That's what this mask looks like. It's terrible. But the good news is it's actually a pretty good movie. Like, you got Ellie Cornell here as Rachel. You got the phenomenal Danielle Harris as Jamie, and she just does a great job. Donald Pleasance is back in this, and in
Huh.
one of my favorite scenes of all time in the whole franchise, when he gets picked up by the preacher and they talk about the end times and evil. I really really enjoy this movie. The cinematography is done real well. I actually don't mind the story of Michael coming back to try to get Jamie, because we've already established in two that Lori and Michael are brother and sister. So he was trying to kill his sister. It makes sense that he would try to kill Jamie, even though I don't like Michael coming after like a 8 year old, but hey, whatever. It's story. It's, another Halloween film. Now I will say this one kind of goes more toward the goofier side.
Mm.
Like, what I mean is that like it's almost more of like an 80s like Friday the 13th slasher style as opposed to just a flat out Halloween movie, but it's still got some good tropes. And for that, I'm actually going to put it, and everybody's entitled to one good scare, because I thought that was a pretty good movie overall. And Rachel is one of the most underrated final girls in all of this franchise for sure. Now we get
Yeah, I actually ranked that pretty high. I think I even might have had that. I don't know which one I had at one on my ranking, but yeah, that mask. I forget about that. I haven't rewatched these in a long time, but That mask was pretty bad now that he showed that. That was pretty bad. But I did love that movie. I'd probably put that in my top. I don't even know. I struggle with ranking these ones. I really do. But I did like that movie a lot. Four, I did like a lot.
To the dumpster fire that is Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers. Now, take everything good about 4 and trash it, and then take everything bad about 4 and amplify it. This is basically what Halloween 5 is. And what's so bad about it to me is, I was just sitting there saying how great Rachel was in that movie and how much of the character that Ellie Cornell played that I liked. Well, they kill her off in like 10 minutes in this movie. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's like the first kill of the movie. They
Yeah.
were stuck with quite possibly the worst character in the franchise, Tina, who's just insufferably annoying. There is one character later in this franchise, with being Buster Rhymes.
Mm.
I don't know which one wins. I really don't. Like, they're both equally annoying to me. So we have to follow that around. So there's some kind of psychic connection between Jamie and Michael in this one that's never explained. The ending is so just weird and off the wall. And spoiler alert from like 1987, by the way. But he got Michael sitting in a jail cell, and the man in black comes in and starts shooting up the police station with like just a 1930s submachine gun. So you're just sitting there like, what in the hell did I just watch?
Yeah, that's
To
true.
make things worse, even though Danielle Harris puts in 110% here, Donald Pleasance always puts in 110% as well. The movie's just boring. It's just boring. Like, there's nothing going on. And
Mm.
I can't take it, man. This is the first one, and where's my beer?
Mm.
Because it is just blah. All right, so that brings us.
Yeah, five. I actually think I'll rank that. I think I put that up kind of high on mine. Not sure. I'm pretty sure it's in the top seven or something. Was it 13 of them? Yeah, there are some bad things about it because Rachel was a good character. Tina, I was kind of torn on Tina's character. She was annoying. That is true. That teenagers, that party lifestyle, especially especially for like was like 80s time when they did this one. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know what to say about five really. I mean, I ranked it up higher, but I don't blame anyone for putting it low. I understand both points of view. There were some things I did like about it, but I get what people say about it bad though. So I don't knock him for that. Plus, it's his ranking. He can do whatever he wants to. Back to the video number six, Curse of Michael Myers.
Halloween 6, Curse of Michael Myers. Now, I will say before I just go crazy on this film, there are certain things I like. I like how it's shot. I like the cinematography. I think Michael looks a lot better here than he did in 4 and 5, especially mask wise. There's some cool kill scenes, particularly the one in the hospital in the surgeon's room. I love that scene. I thought it was really cool. And also, we get Paul Rudd and Donald Pleasance together in the film. That's pretty cool. But God, I mean, we're all in the thorn here. It opens up. We're at a cult for some weird reason. Like, the man in black's the doctor from the first film that I think was actually from the TV cut that you couldn't see. May have been in the theatrical cut. You can let me know in the comments section. He's only in it for like a split second, so he's like the caretaker of Myers, and now he's in a cult, and like, no, the cult tells Michael what to do, which has never been the case for Michael. And also, like, I know a lot of people defend this film as far as like there's a producer's cut, and I'm just going to tell you the reason why it's not on this list is because it's is equally confusing.
Mm,
Because in the producer's cut, you find out that the cult made Michael impregnate Jamie, and
damn.
now so he's Uncle Baby Daddy Michael. Why would he do that? I mean, for a guy who's hell bent on killing his whole entire family, at least as far as this narrative is concerned, why would he have more family to kill? Like, I don't get it. That just seems really stupid to me.
Yeah, that is dumb.
And also, like, there's a whole rune thing that they try to explain in the film that don't make any damn sense. And at the end, Michael gets stopped with the rocks. Rocks. You tell me if the producer's cut's better. It ain't.
Rocks, huh?
And this one's going straight into Where's My Beer. All right.
I never knew all that actually. I mean, I've listened to other content creators talk about it. I didn't really dig much into that one. I used to like it a lot. Uh, I love, like you said, the way it was filmed. Michael was kind of hardcore. I liked the end when Paul Rudd just beat the shit out of him with that pipe, and the lady next door was kind of funny. That's probably why I liked it too. Certain little things that happened. She's like little Mikey Myers that lived across the street. That just made me laugh. And then when that girl jumped out the window and shit, whenever they came through the door, that was, yeah, that was pretty wild. Um, some of the kills were pretty solid. Like I said, it's hard for me to rank this whole franchise though. But anyway, on to H2O.
Well, after that disaster, they finally came to their senses and actually put a little money into this and got Jamie Lee back. That's great. We got Halloween H2O, and they retconned all that crap in 4, 5, and 6 with the Thorn, and thank God this picks up after 20 years later. Oh man, what a great Halloween movie! I know some people don't like it; they call it like the Scream Halloween, which I mean that's never really bothered me. I mean, especially growing up at that time, and then even going back and watching it, I still don't mind it. This is directed very well by Steve Miner, who also directed Friday the 13th Part 3. I just really like this movie. I think Jamie Lee puts on a really great performance as Laurie here because I think it's a lot more realistic of a performance because like this is what I think would happen to a person who went through those kinds of events. Like she's on pills, she's always paranoid, like that Michael's going to find her or smothers her kid. I think that's a way more realistic portrayal of the one that we got in like David Gordon Green, which we'll get to in a little bit. And to me, the greatest ending in any slasher franchise history, like by a mile.
So that's a
Like if
good
this
point.
would have been the end of Halloween, I would have been absolutely fine with it. And I have such a great time with this movie. And I'm just going to put this in everyone's entitled to one good scare. I would highly, highly recommend it. Now we're on to
Yeah, H2O is. I definitely have that in my top five. I'd have to redo my ranking, but because I don't know, really don't know where to put everything. But H2O, I liked it a lot too. I mean, I personally feel like that movie wasn't long enough. I think there was, I don't know, I just feel like it was cut kind of short. But I loved everything about it. Um, the way Michael looked, Jamie was pretty badass, like going after him. Yeah, you know, I like that. Josh Harnett got sent off with that girl from Dawson's Creek, and she told him to leave and go get help, and then she closed the gate and then busted the thing to lock herself in there with him. That was pretty badass right there. But yeah, H2O, I definitely got in top five. On to Resurrection.
Halloween Resurrection. Now, like I said, with H2O, it had the best ending in slasher history. Well, when they announced this, how does Michael come back?
Mm,
That's definitive. That's the end. Like you chop somebody's head off, it's a game over. I don't care what he does. Well, we find out, unfortunately, that somehow Michael swapped places with the EMT and some convoluted crap, and the person that Lori killed was the EMT guy, not Michael. And like the first 10 minutes of this film, they're going through there and they kill off probably the greatest final girl of all time and Laurie Strode, and very unceremoniously and very stupidly.
yeah,
Just why?
yeah,
Why? I know that Jamie Lee wanted it that way, which I can kind of understand because I wouldn't want to be a part of this piece of shit movie either.
yeah.
I just don't get why you would ruin that ending. Like, I wish they would have just rebooted it, went straight into zombie from here. Because the rest of the movie is all taking place in the Myers house on like a reality TV show aspect, and it's awful. And what makes things worse is Buster Rhymes. Like Buster Rhymes, if you're listening out there, man, if you ever come across this, like, dude, you are a rap icon. You are a legend of music. I love your music. It's great. But stay the hell out of my Halloween movies, please. Because some of the most offensive crap as a Halloween fan happens in this film. Like you get a scene where Buster Rhymes literally tells Michael what to do, which I know it's in there for comedy effect, but it's Michael Myers. Like you don't tell Michael what to do. He's just gonna kill you.
Yeah, that was.
And then probably the most offensive thing is Buster Rhymes fights Michael with karate. What the hell have we come
Mm.
to on this movie, man? Like, fuck this movie. I cannot stand this movie. It just pisses me off for so many reasons. For retconning, like I said, the greatest ending in slasher history. And like, fuck this movie. Just stay far away from it. It's not worth anybody's time. In fact, if I didn't have to rank it, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even like, I would just want to pretend this movie never existed. All right. So after
Yeah, the kung fu. Yeah, I forgot. And he was yelling at him, "Go down the back way." That movie. I guess it does have funny in there because that's all they could do. I mean, they brought that blonde girl was goofy herself, and who else? The dude from American Pie, and the movie, damn, where he broke his arm and he was pitching. I don't know why I can't think of that name. What is that movie called? I don't even know. But yeah, it was named Kevin from American Pie. I don't know his real name. But yeah, that movie's not good. I do have a question for a lot of people: is what's the worst one of all of the worst movies in each franchise for the big ones? Like Dream Child, Halloween Resurrection, Seed of Chucky. I don't know what it would be for Friday the 13th, actually. I can't think of any others. Maybe Leprechaun in Space might be the worst, or one of the Hood movies. I'm not sure. I think, I don't know. It'd be interesting to do. I might do a ranking of worst movies in the franchises. Anyways, back to it. Rob Zombies.
that piece of shit Resurrection, they had no choice but to reboot it now. So they call upon Rob Zombie, which I was like, yes, like this is a match made in heaven for me. One of my favorite rock musicians of all time and my favorite franchise of all time. And he's going to direct it. And it's going to be super duper violent and super awesome. Well, it comes out, and I will say, I love this movie when it first came out. I watched it in theaters like 3 times when it came out. On rewatch, though, I will say that first half, I could live without it. Like when I watch it back now, I kind of just cringe at kind of like all the f bombs, all this stuff they say that normal people would never say in a million years. Which I know that's the point. I get it, but I just didn't need the backstory of Michael coming from a white trash family. That's why he's messed up. Like he's just pure evil. That's it. There is no need for an explanation. So with that being said, though, the last half of this movie is what I signed up for. It is a Rob Zombified Carpenter Halloween film. It is just great. I loved every single second of it. It's violent. It's crazy. Tyler Mane kills it in here as Michael. He is just threatening as hell. I love the mask. I love what Zombie did there. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put this in. He can't drive, but only for the fact that the first 30 minutes is almost unwatchable now.
Mm.
All right, so that puts us at Zombies Halloween 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to put that one. I'd have to rewatch that. I know a lot of people I've talked to actually put that up top, like it's like in their top five. I'd really need to rewatch that again because I don't remember it that well. So yeah, I mean, you get so many different rankings out of this if you talk to everyone about it. But yep, on to number two.
And I know a lot of people don't like this movie, and I can see why. I get it. I completely get it. Um, but I actually kind of dig this film only for the fact that, like, I look at it as a Rob Zombie movie, not a Halloween movie. It just so happens that Halloween characters are just so happen to be in a Rob Zombie film. I didn't like the white horse aspect. I still don't really get it. I think in the weird line, I think he was trying to say that Laurie's just as crazy as Michael, and kind of leave the ending kind of, ambiguous, like, or kind of make your own ending type deal. I actually don't mind Michael walking around without the mask. I think it's actually kind of cool that when he puts it on, he's kind of in kill mode. The connection between Michael and Laurie, I think, is better explained because Laurie finds out about it in Loomis's book. And I didn't mind what they did with Loomis either. I've heard a lot of people complain about that, where Loomis is just complete dickhead. He's just money hungry. I kind of dig that. I thought that was kind of cool. But there's also a lot not to like here because I mean it is so convoluted. Like the whole white horse thing, I don't know what was going on. But for how awesomely shot this thing was, I'm actually going to put this in He Can't Drive too. So there you go. Rob Zombie's movies are together there. Now we're going on the David Gordon Green trilogy.
Yeah, that one I actually had pretty low for me. There was just a lot of things I didn't like. But that's the last one I think I've watched all the way through because I had to finish it to do my ranking. I had it like I think it might have been right after Resurrection or right above, I guess you'd say. Yeah, I didn't like that movie, but some people do. And I see the things they like about it. He was pretty brutal in that movie with some of those kills and stuff, but not having the mask on and all that, I didn't care for that really. But some people like that of it about it. But is what it is. On to the last three.
And I love this trilogy, but there's always like one section I don't. With 2018, I love the direction of it, man. It's shot so well. Like that track section where Michael's walking through Halloween night and all the trick or treaters are running around. And he's going around just on a killing spree. That was brilliant. I do like Jamie Lee as Lori here, even though I said I liked H2O's a little bit better because I thought it was more realistic. Like in this one, she's more like a Ripley or a Sarah Connor type, Lori, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Jamie plays it well because he's Jamie Lee Curtis, but I don't know. It just didn't seem as realistic. Like I love some of the kills here. I thought some of especially the one with the gate, I thought that was really neat. Now, like I said, though, the section that I don't like in this one is the Mad Doctor. I get why he's there to bring Lori and Michael together again because he wants to see it as like kind of an experiment, but
Huh.
at the same time, I'm just kind of like, do we really need that? But overall, I'm going to put it in. Everyone's entitled to one good scare because I mean, this one, man, it blew me away when I watched it the first time. I thought it was fantastic, and the same goes for
Yeah, that one I thought that's quite possibly top five. I think I did put that in top five. I'm not sure. I'd have to redo my ranking anyway, but I remember I did like that one. Some people didn't like the humor in there, but hey, I thought it was pretty good.
kills. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just put it here. This section I don't like about this one though is the evil dies tonight. Like where they're chasing around this like short 4 foot Michael that's overweight.
Yeah,
Like, there's no way this guy can be Michael. Even in the bar, like they show a picture of Michael, and I don't know what circa it was. I don't know if it was like from '78 or what, but that guy would not be 4 feet tall and chubby. I just didn't get it. Like I just didn't think it was necessary
no,
because like he goes up the window and then Sheriff Brackett's like, oh, he's making a monster of us, and like I just didn't think that was necessary. I can live without it. But the rest of the film is great. Like it's super over the top violent. I loved like when he goes Rambo on Haddonfield towards the end. That was awesome. Love kind of the little Easter eggs in there with the kids, like with the mask from Halloween 3. You get to see a lot of the legacy characters like Tommy and the Nancy, the nurse,
yeah,
and what kind of happened with them. Oh, and the '78 throwback at the beginning, brilliant, freaking brilliant.
yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I love Halloween Kills.
I have to agree with that. Actually I think I put that one. I don't remember where I put it, but I would put it up higher than if I put it somewhere around seven or eight. I think, but I think that actually is a top. That's potentially top five because like I always say, they gave you exactly what they said. It's called Halloween Kills. He was killing from start to finish, and I actually did like when he walked out of the house on fire and just annihilated them firefighters. I actually liked that. I mean, I was like, oh, this is a little different. But on to the last one.
All right, so that brings us to Halloween Ends, and all right, I don't hate Halloween Ends as much as most people, but I understand why someone wouldn't like it. I truly think that if they would have introduced Corey in Halloween 2018 and in Halloween Kills, this would have went a lot better But since they didn't and they wanted to go that kind of a drastic direction with it, that's why people were just so against this movie. The build up for it didn't help either. Like all the trailers are like, "Oh, this is the final battle between Michael and Lori, and we're finally going to see who wins." And you get this character you don't know for like 45 minutes in the movie. I don't know. I don't know why they decided to do that. I thought that was kind of crazy. But at the same time, I actually don't mind them trying to do something different here because what else would they would have done? I mean, they would have just basically made Halloween Kills again,
Yeah.
except Lori at the end. And I don't know if it would have been any better, to be quite honest. I do love the ending though of this movie. I love the fight scene between Lori and Michael. I didn't actually mind seeing Michael kind of damaged and old. I mean, it makes sense. And I've heard a lot of people like, oh, he transfers powers. No, he doesn't. He doesn't transfer shit. I wish people would stop saying that. This is not Jamie in Halloween 4. It's just not. And I think just Michael saw something in him because he was already going to be evil anyway. So, nah.
Yeah, that's true.
Either way, I'm going to rank this movie and then we'll get back to the details in the discussion. So you can go check that out with me and Sean later. All right. This one is going into He Can't Even Drive because there's a lot that I like about it, but there's also a lot that I don't. And I was kind of just thrown off like everybody else was. Again, I don't hate as much as most people. So there you have it. So the Blackest Eyes, Devil's Eyes, we got Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. We got Halloween 2, Halloween 4, H2O, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills. He Can't Even Drive, Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween Ends. Then You Fooled Them, Haven't You, Michael? Halloween 3. And then Where's My Beer? The Worst of the Worst. Halloween 5. Revenge of the Michael Myers. Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers. And Halloween Resurrection. You know what? No. You go away. And that'll do it, folks. So please go check Sean's out. And then at the end of the week, we'll have a discussion video and we'll go super into detail. So if you want all the details, all the little kind of Easter egg things that we think are cool, please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of that content. You can follow us at F140 Movies on Facebook, and you can follow us on Figurates 140 Podcast on Patreon. And with that, I'm going to steal a saying from my good buddy, Mr. Bennett. Freaks, geeks, and nerds unite. Let's take over the world. Peace.
Yeah, you know, Halloween Ends. I don't like it, man. I just didn't like it. I think that. Yeah, I didn't care for what they did with that. Yeah, let me roll that back a little bit so I can look at it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, anyone can do whatever they want with their list. I mean, some of these are hard to. Whew, 'cause it is kind of an up and down franchise when you think about it. Like, I don't know. It's tough. I've seen some of these ones that he has up higher that people put lower. and Some of the ones lower, higher, like except for Resurrection's always dead last. Although some might even put Season of the Witch below that. I don't know. I haven't seen everybody's rankings, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's Benny's ranking. Halloween franchise tier list ranking. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. It's a good ranking. I actually need to redo mine because it's so tough though with 13 movies. I have no idea what to do with that. It took me forever just to even think to try to do mine, and I don't even like what I did with it, and probably wouldn't like it if I did it again. But yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna wrap up the video and till next time, and I'll catch y'all later. I will probably try to do a third video today. I don't know what it'll be or whose content I'll be reacting to. We'll see. But yeah, till next time, I'll catch y'all later.